Hi friends, welcome to my channel. This is Mogal Dharma. Thanks for clicking on this video. Friends, in this video we are going to talk about how to be strong in difficult situations in life. Before we dive into the video, friends, I have a small request. Please subscribe this channel, like this video and hit the bell icon. Now let's get started. Friends, how are you doing? I hope you are doing great. Friends, everyone wants to be happy in life. Sometimes things don't work according to our plan. So that is where we get disappointed and then we feel nervous and we feel sad. And everyone wants to be happy in life. Sometimes we go through difficulties, sometimes we go through challenges. So during that time we need to be very strong. We need to be resilient in life. That is when we can handle our life. That is when we can overcome those situations. If you are weak, you cannot handle that situation. So dear friend, if you want to be strong in life, you have to be independent. You have to be self-reliant. You should not depend on others. You should not rely on others. When you are independent, when you are self-reliant, you don't need to depend on others. You don't need to take permissions from others. You don't need to wait for others to do your activities. Sometimes some people depend on others for their needs. When we depend on others, so they think that we are very weak. They think that we are not capable of doing anything in life. So if you want to be strong, you should not depend on others, and then you should be resilient in life. That is when you can overcome anything in life. That is when you can face problems. When you are resilient, then only you can do that journey, then only you can handle that situation. But normal people, they cannot handle that situation, because when we are going to tough situations, some people don't handle those situations and they depend on others and they surrender to others. They take help from others. So that people tend to do like that. When they get chance to use others, they are ready to use people. They are ready to use people to build their life, to build their empire. So that, dear my friends, never ever give that chance to people. Never ever give that chance to others, because people are very selfish nowadays. So if you want to be strong, if you want to be powerful, then you have to be self-reliant. You have to make enough money. When you have enough money, you don't need to depend on others, because money kills every problem. Money kills every problem. Money solves every problem. So that always focus on money. Don't focus on people, don't focus on goals, don't focus on unnecessary things, because when you focus on unnecessary things, that means you are wasting your life. So that life is precious, time is very precious. So that you have to utilize your precious time to build your own life. So that you have to focus on proper things, like you have to focus on your career, you have to focus on your skills. This kind of things will help you build good empire for yourself. So when you have enough money, when you have good status, when you have good situation, when you have good position in life, so people will like you and people pay attention to you. People will be impressed by your success. So that don't try to impress people. Try to impress yourself by your achievements, by your success. That's what we have to do. So dear my friends, if you want to be strong, if you want to be powerful, so be independent in order to fulfill your requirements. So you should fulfill your requirements. Don't depend on others for your requirements. If you depend on others, so they think you are weak, they think you are useless, they think you are worthless. So that, dear my friend, don't be dependent person. Be a independent person, be a powerful person, be a strong person. So the society will respect a strong person and powerful person, not a weak person. not a lazy person. So that don't be a lazy person, don't be a weak person. Always we have to be strong, we have to be powerful, we have to be very dominant guy, so that if you want to be respected by the society, then you have to be strong, you have to be powerful, you have to be dominant guy. And I hope you understand my points. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.